Well, hello there everyone, and welcome to a new Minecraft video. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a building episode for a change. And well, you're going to see a bit of progress finally actually happening at my base. You see here, we're in my base, and we're in the first wall area. I'm not quite finished off putting in the wall. That'll be done probably before the next episode. I'll finish that off. But for now, we're going to start building in some of these houses. Now I've got to thank someone else on the server for a lot of the levelling out here. I'm certain it's Trojan, his name. I might have gotten that wrong because I keep getting several of the people with names to begin with T mixed up, but I'm very certain it was Trojan that's done this. If I got that wrong, I'll give you a diamond block as a... well, I'm sorry. Please put down this beacon to speed things up. And he's leveled out half of the area, which was his more uneven area. Most of the rest of it needs to be filled in, then just that bit lowered over there, and then this quarter will be completely done. You might hear the occasional beep. I'm still signing to Skype whilst I'm recording this. I should have signed out really. I do apologise for that. And I am recording using the old method again for the audio. I'm going to try and find myself a USB mic as a cheap one somewhere that I'll use to record the audio with in the future. Save me having to pin this thing onto my shirt like I do. So yeah, let's get on with some building then. I'm definitely glad I chose the size of the area I did for this like this. It means that I'm going to have a lot of room to work with to fill in, but it does mean I'm going to run out of ideas quite quickly as well, though that being said. I'm going to be using bricks mostly for the actual structures. I'm going to vary up the types of bricks. Well, no, I shouldn't really say that, to be honest. I'm going to keep the designs fairly similar as I go along, but I want to add some variation in where I can. I might make each of the sections noticeably different from one another, though in this first section it's going to be all very similar buildings. I'm going to pretty much decide as I go for the most part exactly how they're going to look as well. I don't want them looking too fancy. Well, I do want them looking fancy, but I don't want them looking overly fancy, if you know what I mean. I'm sure Minecraft doesn't know what I mean there. So let's get on with a little bit of this building. This will be the first one I'll concentrate on. I don't know how far we'll get in this episode. Just got to keep an eye on the time, so it's 1:45 now. I'm going to aim for about a 20-minute episode. I'm probably going to actually extend that to 30 minutes. But we'll just see where I end up as we go along. So, the server host, Burrito, has started a new series on his channel called Let's Meet Kingkraft server, which just basically goes around once a week, I'm pretty sure it's once a week anyway, interviewing a single person, getting general info about them, etc. Just to see who we are and what funny stories we have. The first episode was actually, I think the first episode was himself, but the first episode with a different member then was absolutely brilliant. I don't think I've actually seen the episode where he interviewed himself then, if he did do that already. But the one where he reviewed Nick, the thing with his fish, just what the hell. Someone who's watched the episode will understand that, but just what the hell. I'm sure some people watching this will be thinking, why the hell is he using bricks for this? Well, the simple answer is, I like the bricks. I don't know why, I just always like them. I always wanted to do something with them. I've done bits here and there. If people have been watching my channel for a very long time, they might remember where I use bricks, making the farmhouse in the original Let's Play I did for Minecraft on the Xbox. I've always wanted to do something similar to that again, but I've never really come around to doing it. Or when I have, it's not really turned out that brilliant, so I'm going with a combination of stone brick and brick. I'm going to use a stone brick roof. I might try putting some wood into this here and there, just on the edges. I might go and get some wood in a few minutes actually, just to throw that in and see how it looks. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. At the end of the day, I don't have any glass yet, so I'm going to have to sort that out the next. Let's sort that out for the next episode. Ugh. But this is the point where I can finally see progress really starting to move on my area. I still got 3 other quarters, of course, after this that I have to. I know I wasn't doing that. I have to work in. They will take some time, definitely. Just simply arrange out, because of course I'm gonna have to get the counting out with these things exactly right, which that's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. I'll probably be hiring, getting a few people to help me through whatever means I can by either doing favours or actually paying them. And hopefully the first people that I pay this time will do the work rather than deciding to just go away and not bother doing it without telling me. And leave me waiting for several months before, for several weeks before I just move on and ask, or see if I can get somebody else to help me. A lot of this is because I'm normally used to working with Nick. He has been, an integral part of most of my projects for a very long time, giving me a hand out doing all the simple things just to speed it up. So him not really being around to help out has been quite a bit different for me, experience wise. I'm gonna go get that wood as soon as I put up this bit here. Okay, I'm just going to show off actually just exactly how many bricks I've got gathered so far. I have gathered quite a lot of bricks. Oh, God. Yeah. Wish these would stop setting down. Just going to do a quick show off here then. You can see here, this is currently how many bricks I've got. It's taken me quite a while to gather this many. I've got a furnace continuously smelting them. I'm going to use a lot of bricks just in this section. So gathering clay alone is something I'm, looking for help with. I went back to my bin, mailbox, that's it, and someone has dumped in a load of clay into that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Trixie, but she offered to help gather some, and I said okay, I'll trade her some leather. I saw how much I got, looked how much I got. I have 2 stacks of leather for her. She's ended up filling that chest with clay and then doing about 3 stacks of clay blocks, so 2 stacks of leather for that doesn't really seem that fair, to be honest. I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait until I can spot her on again and ask her about it. See if I can compensate her with something else for that much, because I've got plenty of random blocks dotted about all over the place. But generally compensating it shouldn't really be an issue for me. I've been doing a bit of wandering as well. I've gone to a few people's bases, just seen a few things that people have been doing. Somebody else is doing a bit of a kind of medieval, like kingdom thing, at least the starter one anyway. It looks very good as well, what they've done so far. I think it was Matty B's. They've got a lot more detail going in. Theirs is a very different kind of build from what mine is. Get 2 stacks of those. Actually, I'm going to take some birch from me as well. But I very much like the look at how theirs is going. I don't know when they're putting in the work, etc., because I can't remember last time I saw that person on. It might have been they just do little bits here and there, and that's why it's only got on about 1 wall done. If I ever see them on again, I'm going to have to ask them, just see how often they're coming around to do what they do. I generally just like to monitor the project as it goes along, just simply because I like the way it looks. Just want to see the way that he works. It's completely different to me. I go for very simple things for the most part. Probably my main attribute for this is creating lots of very simple structures. I mean, this wall is very, very boring. It's just stone brick. I'm probably going to be doing something to the outside to make it look a bit more interesting. I might even do something on the inside to make it a bit more interesting. Possibly introduce wood into those edge pillars, at least to a certain point. That'd be probably look quite nice. But anyway, that's not now to lament on. That's for later. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Sun is going down. Okay, so now the question is, which one should I use for here then? Should I use dark oak? Yeah, I think the dark oak will work. Okay, do. Just so it breaks up the colour a little bit, really. That's the only reason I want to use the wood. That being said, maybe the normal oak might work a bit. See what the normal oak looks like. Just throw it into the centre one of these. Might might go with normal oak. I got a lot of dark oak, with that being said, that I need to use up. But I do like using that for flooring. I'm gonna stick with the dark oak, I think. If I end up not liking it, I might switch out here and there and all over the place. See how that ends up looking. It's also a way of using up some less bricks. I mean, I'm using up 4 less per corner here, so just means it will work out a bit cheaper brick-wise for me overall. I can make what I have stretch just that little bit further. Let's build that 1 extra house. Should I just keep it as the corners, or should I include some other bits? Think about using these bits here maybe as dark oak as well. Again, same reason, just stretch the bricks a bit further. Yeah. Let's go two. I've been having a bit of an idea lately. I might be starting up a new YouTube channel, but it'll be for a completely separate different reason than this. The idea being that I'll be using it for creating vlogs of anime things. I originally started my YouTube channel. I started it up with, well, all kinds of different things really. Also, ultimately I settled on gaming, but I started up by reviewing all kinds of different movies, some series, etc. And now and then I keep on dipping back to wanting to do some anime stuff, so I'll be making up basically an anime channel where I'll do vlog review videos. I'll do high amounts of content, just lower quality content though. Oh, yeah. What's going down here? Crack. The idea being that I focused on a specific series and reviewed that entire series episode by episode as I go along. My main likely thing I'll be going with so far is going to be the original Dragon Ball series. Something long since faded from view with a lot of people. But I'll work through the Dragon Ball series, then I'll work through the Dragon Ball Z series. Slowly. The idea being producing, say, between 3 and 10 videos per week. Which, given that there'll be short vlog review videos, that should be very manageable. I'll aim for about 5-minute long videos, but I'll dip over into all kinds of different things here and there. I'll use that as my particular focus series, and maybe do another series or 2 just on the side of it when that starts, or say something newer that starts up. Plus at the moment we're not that long after starting a new season of anime, so I've timed that a bit wrong really, but oh well. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's fill that with cobble or something. Cobble's not exactly a short supply material at all. It's nice to actually be building one of these videos for a change, like this. I don't actually even remember if I've really done anything regarding my base and my videos really all that much of actually building for it. I mean, this is months into the server now where I've finally started actually building the structures in this quarter. Might have gone a bit big again ultimately. I might have been better off just doing something smaller, just as this being the full thing, rather than just being a quarter of it. Of course, when I'm actually in the centre bit over there, that was what I was originally going to do before I moved on anywhere else, but oh well, plans change as I go. I think for the next, well, eventually when we do another server, or we do a restart or whatever, which is probably going to be quite a long way away because we're going quite well on this one now, so I don't want it to be a new restart for a while. But when that eventually happens, I'm probably going to focus on just making a mansion of some kind, maybe do the airship I said I was going to do for this one, or I don't know, maybe both, because I would have finished the mansion by now if I was just doing that. Plus the mansion I did in the last Xbox server went quite well. Using the snow was quite a nice idea for it. Okay, so that's that bit done. I just gotta figure I'm going to put in the doors because this is a couple of different. Oh, a little bit of a jitter. These are different structures ultimately. Not remove that block right there actually. Have some cobble here. I'm gonna throw that into there. Just to stop from spawning in it. Simply. I get very annoying having mobs spawning them. Okay, I could possibly replace that with something else for the inside wall. Again, it'll save up on brick if I do that. I don't know, maybe come back to it, might replace it with wood planks for the walls. I'm gonna have this as the door right here. I'm gonna have to do a layer, which is gonna be the floor layer. Which don't have on me, I have enough with that. This one, double there, got an odd, let's do this bit over here. This is gonna be the door for this one. Boop, 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 boop. Let's help define the door a little bit more. Use some dark oak again up there. Do that over here. Amazing how little work you can ultimately get done in 30 minutes on this at times. Oil chamber. Should I go for the center or should I go for the bit to the side? I do that bit there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 there, 6, 1 there. Boop, boop. Oh, God damn it. I didn't mean to do that. That was bad. Okay, so I'm going to put a window there then. Okay. Alrighty. Hopefully for the next episode you should see, well, most of these buildings should be up. My mouse is going all kinds of crazy at the moment. I definitely need a new mouse. I'll get all list of things to buy. For the pathway I'm going to be using mostly cobble, mossy cobble and gravel. I might do bits of something else here and there, maybe, I don't know yet. That's just my current plan. Just... not there, we'll put it over here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So then put this here, then the floor layer. Crap, my other computer is running low on power, it's got 8 minutes left. Yikes. My charger is, there it was. There's going to be a bit moving about whilst I'm diving around, so I apologise in advance. I thought it had much more power than that. I guess it did not. I'm surprised a creeper's not come over to I can't probably just jinx that actually. We're going to see a creeper up here in a minute now. And that would be bad. Again, you can't get me up here, but still. What's going on with this bloody mouse? Okay. Going back to what I was doing here. I'm not going to bother doing any overhang other than obviously this establishment right here. Might do something in the corners on the outer side here maybe. Should I, shouldn't I? Might do something with stones. I'll see. I'll experiment with that off camera. Because the idea then will be I'll use full planks for the floor rather than half planks. Then I'll continue this on up for some of them, others I might, one of these I might do the roof for, just on the first level. I might possibly do a tower for this one. Actually, I might do both of these with 2 levels, then do this one with an extra high level for a little tower on it maybe. Pretty sure they raised one quite good point. in response to something I said in one of my videos about getting people to help me. Well, I should have just done stuff and created. That is a fair point what he made. Would have been a lot easier to do stuff in creative, in all honesty, but ultimately I enjoy the process of gathering, bringing other people in, give me a hand with this or that or that or this. Social aspects of Minecraft that I really enjoy. If I played it just by myself, I would have lost interest in it quite a while back, in all honesty. Ooh, there we go, nice hitch right there. We just have one of those itches. Okay. I do need to get rid of shit some more stone again. I'm already pulled up a load of stone that I gathered in my last big gathering room that I had. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have the seal facing there. What should I do for the ceiling? I'll figure that out off camera. A bit too much work for on camera. This is going to be basically the archetype model which I'm going to be using for all of the buildings around here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever I decide on this will end up being what everything is going to look like, for better or worse. 1, 2, 3. Except it won't be visible. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scanner's done some issues detected. I'll have a look at that in a bit. Sorry, the other computer I'm recording the audio with just did an automatic scan, finally finished, it detected an issue. Considering I don't really go online with it as well. Detected an issue on the computer that pretty much never goes online. Might just be that it's out of date. Because I do need to update it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should these. Looks like my vines have grown quite nicely. I'm going to go harvest them in a moment then. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, a bit of random news that will also be being shown in my pickups episode. I have actually ended up coming across a essentially homebrewed game. I don't think it's quite a homebrew game because I think a homebrew involves a hack of an existing game to alter it, but it's a knockoff game basically. And the game is of Dragon Ball Z Free, and I don't know what the subtitle is for it because that's in Japanese. It's basically a card game RPG of the Dragon Ball Z games. Something I have seen before in a Dragon Ball Z video, and I know that it wasn't released on the Game Boy Advance. It was actually only released on the Famicom, and I think maybe the NES as well, but it was only released in Japan. So I've ended up getting that. It's obviously a knockoff version of the original game. It is somewhat glitchy and buggy, but I decided to keep it after I bought it, just because it's something I'm probably never going to actually own the original copy to. It's just a little novel item I ended up coming across. I did forget to do the wooded and if it was those, it's Andrea. Yeah, one of those is definitely going to be Andrea. Yeah, be nice and in time messaging me if we start watching the new Gotham episode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, I have too much longer on this now, and then I'll be done for now. It's actually a bit different than when I normally do my houses. I normally only do them 3 high for each floor, but I decided to start going 4 high, just because it looks a bit more symmetrical with those bits, a bit less squished, and obviously the walls are quite high around here, so I need to get some elements of height inside the walls as well. make people feel a bit more enclosed just if they're going through the streets, even though the streets are going to be quite wide themselves. If you just go down here, you see here the street where the cobble is basically where the streets are going to be going. They are quite wide, but I want to get the bit of a feeling of enclosure when you're going through the buildings. But I don't want to cramp it up too much. Near a zombie there somewhere actually. Inside here. Hope some of them in there are turning into zombies. How this is doing? 2.5. Yeah, it's going quite well. Going off for a stack of hoppers right there. From a distance that doesn't look too bad. Would you say so myself? Better than I expected it to look. Oh yeah, essentially this episode has been me putting down the burner bones for this house. Putting proper staircase at least once somewhere at some point. Actually, I have just thought I'm probably going to run into a problem now. Where am I? No, I should still be going down mind. Ignore me. I should have really kept those open then. I was just knocking bricks out later. Because I don't have a floor, it's nice and awkward to dig up. Right, anyway, this. I'm going to put some floor in. I'm going to use some dark oak planks and some birch planks. My favourite combo pretty much to use for these. So some birch, turn all that into planks. So dark oak, do a trim for a dark oak. I could turn them into slabs to make them last a bit longer. Oh crap, just click something over here. Did not mean to do that. Normally I just use slabs just because it extends what I'll have a bit further. Actually no, I'll do dark oak on the outside and use birch to fill. Finally have use for all the wood I've gathered really, other than using stuff to restock my redstone shop. Which I do have to go and throw some more stock over into that at some point quite soon, because the stock I took over the last is pretty much all used up at this point. Now here, what should I do here? Should I do bricks, or should I leave it like that? I've got to do bricks at least in that bit there. Doop, doop. Should I leave in the staircase or not? That is a question. Do I have an answer? I am not sure. And should I do a single staircase or multiple staircase? Let's see. What if I make that so that would be a stair block. I'll turn each of these into dark oak blocks. So basically I put a stair block on top of them. Should just go up here. Yeah, that'll work fine. I'll have to put that back at least one, maybe even more than one. That next episode when I try it. Good thing. I didn't need to. Whatever. That block down without needing to. Oh well. This one. Let's see what should I do for this. Similar idea. Put it over here. So go up there, then up here. Okay, that'll work fine. Let's throw some torch around here as well. Figure out it before it starts getting too dark. Yep, that won't fit there. I've got one block remaining. Put that there. There's the bump, bump, bump. Actually, I'll make full stacks work. Actually, I need to go and change my helmet as well. I'll do that off camera. Oh, actually, looking at the time, I just done half an hour episode. Half an hour episode, and I haven't even realised. Right, so I'm going to end off this recording here then. So, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe as always. All feedback is always appreciated, especially if you're going to thumb down. Never thumb down, you're going to say why. After all, it just helps us to improve my future episodes. If you'd like to make any suggestions for any future content, feel free to leave them below. Also, consider any suggestions made you have content for my channel. Trolley content will of course be ignored. I'm massively looking out for people to give me, well, you should do this, you should do that. That'll be very appreciated. I know I've got a couple of little bits to do here and there on the server, you guys know, so no, you don't need to remind me about that. How can I do that? Okay. Should end up looking quite decent, I hope. Okay, get a nice far-away view from this. See how it currently looks. If they won't get tapped by any mobs in the back, whilst I do. Yeah, I'm happy with that, yeah. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. A lot better when it's got a roof on it. Some light and some glass. But I'm happy. So until next time, I'll squid you later, remember? We are the hunters.